three different views on the Istanbul fashion scene. Firstly, a group of young Turkish designers, the well-known Ümit Ünal and the creative Sedef Gür. Kumpanya 62 is in the back streets of Nişantaşı. We spoke with its manager Bahar Arasan, a young, bright and independent thinker.
We have like 8 Turkish designers. Usually we have young designers. This store is like belong to my best friend. Like we are friends from forever, like since forever. And we opened this place together. I mean, I'm not the owner, but I've been in the project like since the beginning. Like since it was our dream, since we were like 5-6 years old. And we were like, okay, we did the same, we studied the same thing. She also studied fashion design. And we always thinking like, okay, we have to do something together. After I finished the university, I was like, okay, I don't know what to do, but I know I don't want to design. So then I studied communication and styling. And then this store thing happened. So yeah, now I'm a kind of manager, we can say. I mean, now Galata is kind of popular, but nothing can like compare to Nişantaşı, you know. This place is the center. So we said, okay, we want to be in Nişantaşı and we want to have customers like Nişantaşı people, you know.
Who is the Nişantaşı woman for you?
They want to express themselves. So, and they know what to wear, they know what is good on their bodies. So that's why, that's how they, dress up. And they follow the trends, they know what's happening in the world. They know, they have idea about everything, like music and popular culture, urban culture, everything. Not only fashion. Sadece bu modayla ilgili bir şey değil. Modanın içindeki insanlarla ilgili bir şey aslında. Çünkü enteresan bir şekilde modanın içindeki insanlar şey olmaları gerektiğini düşünüyorlar. İşte acımasız, insanlar birbirinin üstüne basarak ilerleyebileceklerini düşünüyorlar. Bu yüzden de ne yazık ki bu işin içindeyseniz eğer siz de oyunu kurallarına göre oynamak durumunda kalıyorsunuz. Yani siz de birazcık daha böyle dişli olmanız gerekiyor. Birazcık daha belki zaman zaman saldırgan olmanız gerekiyor. O yüzden gerçekten zor bir iş. Yani bu işin içinde olmak insandan çok fazla şey götürüyor. İnanmadığınız değerleri, inanmadığınız şeyleri zaman zaman dile getirmek zorunda kalıyorsunuz. Yapmak zorunda kalıyorsunuz. O yüzden çok doğru gerçekten. Çok fazla Türkiye'den dünyaya açılabilen tasarımcı henüz olmadı. Ama hani olanlar da çok büyük emek sarf ediyorlar ve çok zorlu yollardan, çok zahmetli yollardan geçiyorlar. Ve onlar da tabii doğal olarak, yani Türkiye'de o kadar çünkü zor bir ortam var ki yani yaptığınız şey takdir edilmiyor, çok fazla eleştiriliyorsunuz. Bir tarafı elde etseniz diğer taraf size düşman oluyor. Böyle sürekli bir parçalanma durumu var. O yüzden de tabii doğal olarak tasarımcılar büyük ihtimalle hani bir ayaklarını yurt dışına atabildikleri zaman kaçıyorlar diye düşünüyorum.
What's beauty in a woman?
Bence tamamen doğallık, yani insanın içinden geldiği gibi yaşaması, içinden geldiği gibi konuşması, içinden geldiği gibi giyinmesi, içinden geldiği mesleği yapması. İnsanlar hani bu içinden geleni gerçekten inanarak ve severek yaptıkları şeyi yaptıkları zaman zaten otomatikman çok güzel oluyorlar. Bence bu. Moda, yani her ne kadar bu işin içinde olsam da modaya karşıyım, modayı sevmiyorum falan. Çok derin mevzular. Onun için yani ben hiçbir trendi takip etmeyi de sevmiyorum. Hiçbir tasarımcıyı takip etmeyi de sevmiyorum. Evet. Yani şöyle sevmiyorum. Her şeyden haberim var. İşim olduğu için her şeyi araştırıyorum ve bu işi yapmayı da aslında çok seviyorum. Ama bir şekilde insanların her şeyi alıp kopyalamaları beni çok rahatsız ediyor. Ben gördüğüm şeylerden bana uygun olan şeyleri çekip çıkartmaya çalışıyorum elimden geldiğince. O yüzden de yani öyle size sabit hani şu şöyle böyle yani söyleyemem. Hani çok sevdiğim, beğendiğim tasarımcılar, markalar var. Ama tabii çok designer giyme, yani yabancı designer giyme taraftarı da değilim. Biraz öyle bir şeyim de var. Daha Türk tasarımcıları giymekten daha çok hoşlanıyorum. Onların desteklenmesinden yanayım.
Umut Ünal has chosen an historical building in Tunnel for his store and atelier. His success has brought him around the world and back again. Ünal's latest collection is based on the Amish people.
Firstly, when I start my collection, I'm asking that what is the topic, where I'll find where the topic. I start to my presentation in the world 11 years ago, and before the 11 years I was a more local designer in Istanbul. I love the Chinese items. They say that if you draw a fish, firstly you have to be a fish. So I try to be Amish, real Amish. So we worked hand stitching, handmade, hand cooking, and we try to understand their approach to the life. I try to learn everything, the shoes, architectural, and yes, like a student, because I collect, I save many things. I'm learning and I reflect. Do people enjoy to see who we are? So dress is dress, but my dress is my dress. Shoes is shoes, but the Ümit Ünal shoes has a story from Himalaya, from Amish people, from Karvalantin, from Mesopotamia, the Babil hanging garden. And in the shop, generally I put some notes on the walls. My shop name is Doors, but also I'm writing my clue, some sentence to the walls. If the people come to here, they visit and they understood which song, the latest song I heard, I listen. What is the song feels and affected me, and because they have to see at the soon what will come. And this is a connection. Everything is a connection between the people and me. Not the shoes, not the belts, not the dress. This is my letters. This is my songs. This is my feels. To be a fashion designer, because to be designer is a different things for me. For example, two different parts of fashion in the world. I don't like the red carpets and the night dress, or I don't like that some people showing their costumes to each other. Allow the people live with their clothes. This is a clothes. This is of course, the art piece. But for me, I learned everything from the Amish people. If you are cooking is a wonderful evening dinner, this is art if you put your heart. But if you don't, this is only for your stomach. This is my father's and my mother's business. So I learned from them. In Turkey, in Anatolia, or in Turkey and many countries, many years ago, generally you had to work. It doesn't matter that you are a child or not, because your family, if your family needs your power, you have to work, you had to work. So I started to work when I was 8 years age, very early childhood times. So I learned that how the life is so difficult, to earn the money is so difficult. So to be a human being is very difficult also. So the ladies, sometimes you are slim, but you don't like to wear the slim because you don't feel, you want to put a distance between you and the costumes because you want to feel the wind in your body. But some people enjoy the stretch, to wearing the stretch, so they don't want to feel the wind, air, or something. But the mood, about the mood. So I try to catch I try to understand the people mood and the period. In the future, if I be more comfort for the financial or for the production, I want to make more specific costumes for more the oversize and also different proportion. So because for them very difficult to find a good dress. For example, generally the more fatter people, they are more sympathetic and more funny people, but they couldn't find as nice costumes because not the nice dress. General black because all the designers try to show more slim. But I believe that they don't need, because we are searching the reality. So I'm saying always to people, if I have a, for example, the fat friend, they says, oh, he or she says that I has to lose weight, and I say that, oh, I love you, so I'm very happy that because your what is it, being in the world more huge, so I love this. So, and making the costumes is a wonderful. It's a different field. For example, this is all my life. I'm thinking the God is my director. I'm the act people. So I'm very hyperactive. But my director and me, we have a passionate love. So the God generally giving me very surprise and the miracles in my life. But also I had many problems, of course. But I'm thinking that always I'm saying to God, oh, okay, you tested me, so I'm not power, I'm weak. So please help to me, I can't do it. So I believe the God sending me all the problems, but suddenly everything started to be surprising to my life, like a miracle. And I said, oh, thanks again. So, but I don't think the God is my boss. So generally, I don't enjoy to want something from my God, and I don't like to pray because firstly I want to see that what I'll do in earth, because I know the God always follow me, but I don't want something from the God. So firstly, I have to see I can do or not, and I know that the help will coming. Scorpio people is a kind of the maniac, because you couldn't understand. They try, they have a flags, and they say that I am here, and suddenly they, burn the flags, and they say that I died. You never know that still they are at life or not. I'm really typical kind of. All my friends say they don't understand me. I change my mobile always, and never catching to me, and I'm very easy, but I'm very difficult to know where I am.
Sedef Gür has a small shop filled with treasures in Les Ottomans Hotel. She is modest and charming, and her love for her work is revealed in its fine detail and high quality.
Well, I started this business almost 7 years ago after my 20 years long professional job. I had too many health problem. So after that, I start to interesting about the cultural things. But whole my life, I'm very interesting about the culture. You know that we have a huge, very rich Ottoman culture. So, I mean, when I was 20 years old, I started to collect the old items, like kaftan, like needleworks, like dowry pieces. So one day I decided to make one shawl, because it was also the subject of my graduation project. Then I made one, then everybody would like to have it. So it becomes slowly a business. So I'm not making a fashion, because I've been in a fashion world almost 20 years, as I told you. Now I'm doing something cultural things, everything one of a kind, just one by one. We're doing something like that. Me and my colleague Emine, that's it. A lot of people is knowing me. I mean, I met too many different type of people who is collecting or who would like to sell the items, because these antique things comes from the family. I mean, the generation by generation, they pass the items to the new generation. Some of the generation would like to sell them. Generally, I'm collecting the damaged items. Damage means that some of the fabrics becomes to damage after 100 years, but the gold part is still alive. So I'm collecting that type of fabrics. I'm cutting the ground fabrics to take off the gold part, and I'm trying to make a new design, redesign it. Something to show our culture to the people in a modernized way. So, I mean, of course, sometimes I have different type of touch, but generally, I would be staying in Ottoman culture. This is too important. I have American clients. I have Far East clients, Middle East clients, from European, and also the domestic people who loves that type of things. Looking all the time when I was outside, I'm looking the things very detailedly. Maybe something doesn't interesting the other people, but I'm looking in another eyes, I don't know. I collect something else, even sometimes one crochet, even sometimes one flower, one stone, whatever it is. I'll keep them. I mean, I do. We're using only the natural fabrics. I mean, the natural cottons, natural wools, natural silks. We're just using like that. And I like the old fabrics. We have some few old fabrics, but the rest of them fabrics is new. But the things that I'm using on it, they're old. Most of them are, yeah. For example, I'm talking about the shawls, but at the same time, you can use as a decoration pieces also. These are the old, as you can see, the antique pieces. I'm just taking out from the old kaftans and mix up with the new kaftans, but these are silk also, and embroidery by hand. And I redesign it. You can use as a shawl or as a decoration pieces. Here. Use it as a throw. As you may see, I mean, these are all different type of designs. They're all antique pieces, but for example, this is a tablecloth. So I'll take them out and make a, I mean, new explanation of the old thing. But sometimes I'll put the new one. The raffia flower, for example, is the new one. But for example, this one is very old. This is another work. This is also one of the old jacket. Its jacket is not old actually, but the works on the jacket is they're old. They're coming from the Davra pieces, as I told you. Some of them tablecloths, some of them pillows. So I'll make an applicated on a silk tulle fabric, so it becomes a jacket. This is, for example, again a silk. Printing on tiles print, the tiles designs. Yeah. This type of necklace I'm doing it by myself. One of the lady in Izmir is doing the print.
But you ordered.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a silk jersey, but again, with the old hand-making accessories. Like this is again a daytime of silk dresses, but you see with the needleworks on it. Dresses. No, this is a tunic. Let's say it's a double color. Some accessories like this. These are real stones, turquoise, garnet, amethyst, whatever. You don't need to wear even a necklace because it's just like a necklace when you put on it. This is, as you know, jean is jean. I mean, it's not a fashion. Jean is every moment of our life. This is again the old pieces inside. One of the, fabric, old fabric, mixing up with the old needleworks. These are also silver, plated with gold. They're using a lot that type of works in fashion also. So they're not surprising, but I guess that they're enjoying wedding dresses or there's a silk tulle inside, but the application, they're very old. It becomes a dress, I mean. There is a, interesting look, and also there's a history inside. When I look my outfits, I'm seeing the stories behind. So that makes me more excitement about that. Nice, isn't it?